What's going on, guys? Welcome to Joy's channel. Today I wanted to start something I wanted to start for a while ago, which is called a Meta Monday, but for unpursed children, basically. The reason why I waited so long to start it was because at the end of the 10th edition, the lists were not too exciting. So my goal now is just we're gonna see some exciting lists. Like right now, we're right at the beginning, and I want to look at the lists that are winning on Mondays, basically just to give you ideas, look at the list and say, and like basically analyze the list and give my take on the list basically, and then help you to understand the list as well. So today let's start this with there was a bunch of good success with the Emperor's Children. We had during the weekend, I think we had so far over 50% win rate, around 56%. I know win rate doesn't mean a lot, but it's still encouraging to see that there's a bunch of people winning events with the Emperor's Children. So we're in a good spot right now. So let's start with the honors of talking about a list about somebody in our Discord. Jane Vader, yes, she is in our Discord. I'm super proud of that. She did amazing during the weekend. And then she just gave us like a nice battle report of her event during the weekend, basically. And then don't forget that Discord is free, guys. If you want to join us right now, super active. I'm super happy about it. I'll put the link in the description. Join us there, and then you can talk with amazing players like Jane that did 5-0, a perfect score of 100 in every single of her game. And then she also played against the Art of War version of the team there. There was a 5-man version and an 8-man version in the last round, and still pulled a 20-0 there for 100 points. So that's very impressive. So, and then she's really giving us a lot of advice in the Discord there about her list. So don't hesitate to join and talk to her and all of the amazing people that we have in there. Lots of great Emperor Children players already in the Discord. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'm getting closer to the 1,000 point where I have a little cute surprise I want to do for the 1,000 subscribers. When I go over 1,000, basically, I'll do a little surprise there. So let's talk now about the list. So we have Carnival of Excess and Elegant Brutes. I've talked about the list in my last video because it was at ATC. But now let's look at it. Now that we have proof that it's a good list, did 5-0, 100 points. So let's look at it more in details. Like she said in her Discord, she doesn't think she would play that exact list in singles. But personally, I think it's could do pretty well in single as well. So let's look at it. Lord Exultant with the Infractors. We have the Empiric Sufficient there, enhancement. So that's a good enhancement, like I said, once a game. Pretty good. We have the Lord Exultant with Infractors again with the Possessed Blade. Possessed Blade, super good enhancement. This one and the one in that we have in Peerless that increase our damage, super good enhancement there for us. Makes the Lord Exultant so cheap for what he's going to pull in damage wise, so extremely good for us. Then we have the Lord Kako with Noise Marines, that I love. She shared a tactic that I did not think about in the Discord, which is wrapping your Noise Marines with some Demonettes there. I really like that tactics because that forces a battle shock when your opponent tries to take your objective. So really good tactics there I didn't think about. Personally, I use the Lord Kako with Noise Marines always as a reserve unit where I send on the side of the table and then just attack my opponent expansion or just support my expansion depending what I need to. But that's another great tactics there that I really like and I might try it in some of my games. Then we have the Demonettes times 3. Don't forget the battle shock on the Demonette, guys. I've seen a lot of people forgetting about it. Extremely powerful to force a battle shock now in the fight phase. So that can make the whole difference between a win and a loss in a game. They have fight first too, so that's pretty good. Sometimes your opponent will charge 2 units and you'll be like, well, I have fight first with the Demonettes and I can interrupt. So where do you want to start? And then the Demonettes can do some work before they swing. So especially if you're set up with the sustain there. You have one Tormentor. So that's the only thing about the list that personally I like to have my two tormentors right now, but doesn't seem to affect her at all. She did the perfect, so we can complain. We have the Chaos Rhino there, one Chaos Rhino. We have two Terminators with sustain 5, so that's pretty cool. I wasn't sure if it was going to be good. I'm not a big fan usually of Terminators. I've tried it quickly. I guess I'll have to give it a better try because she was also in Taken Hold. So that's something I was getting a little bit down on Taken Hold. Now she proves me that it's pretty good, especially in teams. We have the Defiler as well with heavy repair autocannon. So that's the classic into Carnival. A lot of people likes two last cannon as well, which is fine as well. We have the ectoplasm destructor, which is still the right choice, even though in the other one is AP1. You want to have a big gun with AP3, so I really like that gun there. Malarfine with two Magna, so that's perfect there. And then we have one Noise Marines extra, and then the Seekers as well. So all in all, very good list, and I really think that even in single, this list will be great. If you want to practice taking all, you can even try Priority Asset with this one. So you have two Force Disposition you can try. And congrats again, Jane, and very impressive show up there. So let's look at other lists now that did great. There was some singles there where Emperor's Children did amazing as well. So let's look at the Skull Crusher 2026, Neil Jenkins there. And guess what, guys? We're back at Coterie and singles. Seems to work still. I know you guys that watch a lot of my videos know that I'm not a big fan of Purge at the moment personally, but doesn't mean that it's not good. It just means it's not my play style, and then people just prove me that it's good. There's a lot of winners during the weekend with Coterie there, so don't hesitate to play Coterie. It's still good. If that's what you want to play, you have the Lord Exaltant there with the Pledge of Eternal Servitude, and he's with 5 infractors. This is an interesting choice there. This is the first time I see that using this enhancement on the Lord Exaltant. This is the one where you can come back alive, basically, with the leadership. You have the Lord Exaltant with the Pledge of Mortal Pain. So that's the one where in the shooting phase you can do mortals. I like this one now, especially that if I remember correctly, I don't have the wording right now, but I think you do have to pass a leadership test. So if I think it stacks with Noise Marines. So I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. It's been a while I've used that enhancement. But if it's the case, I really like it too. A straight 3 mortal wounds is really good. You have also a third package of the Lord Exaltant there with infractors. So I think in Coterie you still want 2 or 3 package just to send it as a missile to get your points up basically. Then you have the Lord Kako with the Noise Marines, still a very good unit, especially when you have reroll ones to hit and wound. Then you have 5 Tormentors, which is good. 2 Rhinos, 2 Defilers, and then 3 Noise Marines there. So a lot of shooting there. So what he wants to do basically is he's not banking a lot of stacking the points. He just needs 3 points basically to have what he wants, which is reroll wants to hit and wound on Defilers and Noise Marines, which is super good there. So he did 5-0 there. So that's a very good list. Let's look at the next one. Another Coterie list that did 5-0 at the Tacoma Open. Josiah Jackson. So let's look at the difference between the lists. So we have one Lord with infractors there, 1 package, 2 package, no enhancement, 3rd package, no enhancement. We have 1 Demon Prince with wings, nothing, just bare naked there, no enhancement. You have the Tormentors, 1 Chaos Rhino, 2 Defilers, 1 unit of 6 Flawless Blades, which I like there, and then 2 Noise Marines. So I really like that list there, a really good list. You can see there's a trend there with having more Noise Marines and more Defilers, so you don't have to rely as much on your points, and then you can even the Flawless Blades here with reroll ones to hit and wounds, they're going to be amazing. So I really like that list too, really good list. Yes, you're in Purge, yes, you're in the Mirror, but as you can see, you don't have tons of units, so that's a good list, Purge list. It's going to be a little bit difficult in the Mirror, But because you hit like a truck and you have two defilers, I guess you can still win games because those guys prove it. And then the next one will be one that did not win undefeated. There was one tie in that one, but in a team event, having a tie and 4 victories is still very good. And I wanted to show you another list there that did amazing, which is Carnival of Excess with Frenzied Oaths. Trenton Bates and the Valkyrie team, a very strong team that finished high. So let's look at his list there. So we have Emperor Children again in Disruption. You have Lord Exalted with Infractors. Lord Exalted with Infractors with the Wolf Walker. You have the Possessed Blade. So we already looked at that list in my previous video, but I want to check it more in details. So you have the Lord Exalted with the Dark Blessing there. And then you have the Keeper, 3 Demonettes, 4 Demonettes, Tormentors, Chaos Rhino, and then 2 Defilers. So I really like that list into a team event because you can pick up your matchup where the -1 to hit will matters a lot. So you can have 2 -1 to hit basically with 1 Defiler and then 1 Keeper that's built in. So that could be very hard for your opponent shooting to deal with. And then you have 2 Defilers that will do lots of damage there. So a very good list all in all for teams. I really like it. It's going to be a little bit weaker, I think, in singles because there's lots of stuff right now in the meta that will ignore your covers and your -1 to hit, so could blow up your Keeper pretty quickly and your 2 Defiler. But all in all, really like that list as well. Very good list. Next one is on a GT as well, a single. So this one will be another Coterie. So we see right now in single seems to be Coterie still that did good on the first weekend. This one will be, let's see if we have a difference. So we have the Lord Exalted against with Infractor. We have a Lucius there, Lucius with 3 Flawless, which is something I'm trying at the moment. I really like that unit at the moment. So I'm glad to see that somebody won a GT with that unit there. What I like also is to have the Flawless with no Overwatch. That's what I'm going to try. And this one he can't because he's in Coterie, but I'm going to try it into the other detachment with no Overwatch with Spectacles. Then we have the Lord Exalted with Infractors. Another Lord Exalted with Infractors. Then we have Tormentors, Chaos Rhino, Spawn, 2 Defilers again in the Coterie. So I think you want 2 Defilers. And then triple Molar Fiend. And those ones are with Lasher Tendril. So that's a very special choice there. Usually we go with the Melta. So I'm guessing that he's banking a little bit of having the lethal sustain up with the 5 points. And I guess it works for him because he just won that GT there. So that's another interesting choice there, and an interesting list for Coterie people that loves Coterie. You can see that it's still working there. And then the last one will be another special one. This one did not win, but I wanted to mention it because it won 4-1 and did amazing scores. And it's also a Peerless Bladesman and Spectacle, which is something I'm working on right now, just to give some variety to the channel. My next RTT, I'll probably bring Peerless with Spectacle. I'm trying that. I really love my disruption list that I'm playing in my previous video. I'm still loving it. I just want to try some other stuff because we're at the beginning of the edition, so we have to try a lot of stuff there. So let's look at this list here. So we have the Lord Exalted with the enhancement I was talking to you about, 3 damage. And this one, what's really good about this one is that the extra attack will also get the additional damage because it's both weapon. It's all weapon there. So that Lord becomes an absolute monster with a bunch of attacks there at damage 2 and damage 3. Then we have the other Lord Exalted with Infractor there. What I like about the Peerless right now too is that you have a guarantee fight on that, and then when you charge, you have your sustain or lethal, whatever you need. So in your Lord Exalted package, you can charge, you already have lethal, then you get sustain as well, which gives you a massive boost with that Lord there, the Lord with the 5 Infractors. Personally, I'm trying a Lord with 10 Infractors. Reason why is that you have the fight on that, so I want to maximize that fight on that, and so far I really like that unit, so we'll have to wait and see if I keep it like that, but I really like it. He has two demon prints, one with wings, one on foot. So to get additional AP there, he has Fulgrim as well. Lucius, so you have Fulgrim and Lucius. So for people asking me Fulgrim and Lucius list, we have one right there that did pretty good into a GT. We have two Tormentors, which I like. And you have 18 Flawless Blades right there. So he's with the eager Patreon, so they're going speed 10 basically. So he's not too afraid about the Overwatch. In my meta, I know that Overwatch is really strong at the moment, so I would go with that personally because there's lots of Land Raiders, Redeemers, or the Thousand Suns Overwatch basically. So if you're afraid of that, I would suggest you go with no Overwatch. But in this case, he doesn't care. He's just going with that extra move, and that's great. He's just going speed 10, advance and charge. He has Fulgrim. He's just pushing and then just killing stuff, and then has fight on death as well. So that was a pretty good show up there for Peerless with Spectacle Slaughter. So congrats on Manic. So that's the list I wanted to look at for the first Meta Monday, guys. I hope it helps. And then again, congratulations to all of you that did great during the weekend. And Jane, again, thanks for everything you put into this Discord. And then good job. So that's it for today, guys. And I hope to see you in the next one.